Here they are. Today we are going to solve another LeetCode problem named valid parentheses. Easy level, so the video is going to be kinda short, and it goes like this. Given a string containing just the characters of open and close brackets, determine if the input string is valid, which means that open brackets are closed by the same type of brackets, open brackets are closed in the correct order, and every closed bracket has a corresponding open bracket of the same type. Alright, let's start to work on this code, and first of all we would implement some kind of table or a dictionary which is going to show the way the open brackets correspond to the closed ones. So as you can see, I simply name it as brackets, and inside we are going to have three couples of keys and values of these brackets. Now let's move to the main method, and here the first thing which I would like to check on the string is it's not its characters but instead its length, because if it is not even, then there is at least one character or one bracket which doesn't have a couple, and we could just return false from this line. And otherwise, of course, we are going to iterate through the symbols in the string and do something with each of them. So what are the cases here? First, of course, we are going to iterate through open brackets. Let's create an open brackets array, which we could get from the brackets keys. And in the loop, we could check that our symbol actually belongs to this array if it contains this symbol. And it's going to be our first case. The second case, of course, is going to be the close brackets, which we could get from our brackets values, and we could check that close brackets contains our symbol. And the third case, when neither is true, it means that we have some weird character actually, and there is something wrong with this string, so we could just return false for this case. All right, let's focus on the first one. What should we do if we have an open bracket in the string? Let's first get the related close bracket from our brackets dictionary, using the symbol itself as a key. If we are not able to find such one in a dictionary, it means there is something wrong with our implementation. It should never happen actually, but let's just return false for this case. Otherwise, we need to memorize this close bracket somehow, because we are going to expect it to be encountered at the next steps of this loop. For that, let's create the expected symbols array. Over here, of course, it's going to be an array of characters, and it's going to be empty at the beginning. And whenever we encounter an open bracket in the string, we are going to append or add to the end of it the corresponding close bracket. All right, so now let's move to the second case. If we are encountering the close bracket, we should expect it to be in the expected symbols, right? Moreover, the close bracket which we put to this array the last, we expect it to be encountered first. Otherwise, the order of the close brackets is broken, and we could just return false from this method. So let's check this, like if symbol is equal to the expected symbols last. And if not so, we could just return false. And if the case is expected, then we could drop these close bracket from the expected symbols and proceed to the next step, because basically we do not expect these close brackets to be encountered in the string anymore. All right, so now we went through whole string and we could check the state of the expected symbols. Ideally, we put the close bracket to this array for each open bracket which we encounter in the string. And then we remove all of them when we encounter the actual close brackets in the string later. So ideally it should be empty. But if the string is too short, it could miss these close brackets, and in this case it's not going to be valid. So we could just check the empty state of the expected symbols and return it as a result. Okay, let's check for any compilation issues. Nothing so far, and let's submit the solution. Nice. So as you can see, the execution time of this solution on all of the test cases takes less than 1 millisecond. Basically, this time stands somewhere on the edge of the threshold, and that's why it beats 100% of other submissions. And that's it for today. If you would like to see me solving other LeetCode problems, then put your request to the comment sections. See you next time. Cheers.